and welcome to a tutorial about how to get sort of somewhat infinite items, durability, and items in general using some of the previous methods that I've mentioned before. So as you can see, there's a load of items that you can get, even more so. And for some of them, as you've kind of seen, this one's got an attack up of 24. This one's got an attack up of 18, which isn't what you normally would get with the Bughoran sword, for instance. That is normally like a plus 10 or something, depending, and I've increased that. I've actually added it myself. I will say with the light bow, I'll get to a little section with that, but firstly, let's go to the PC and I'll just explain everything to you. Hello. Also, I apologize for using a phone. Like I've said before in the last couple of videos, I don't actually have a setup at the moment for this, and I'm doing it quite quickly as well. So a little bit less time, a little bit lazy, but there we go. No, never mind. So basically, you get the trainer, which I put in the comments. This one has been updated to version 2.3.3, and it actually gives you an item name now with them. Whether they just get them from the actual config or such, or they maybe got some from my list or something, who knows for that, but you still have the items ID here and the values and such. So we're going to get to basically first, well, the one that everyone's probably wanting is sort of infinite item durability. Now there's only a few items that actually has infinite item durability. You can't actually, shall we say, make infinite item durability, but we can hopefully help it along the way. So basically what I've done here is you have the Great Flame Bird, or which other weapons? So the first Fierce Deity sword here from Majora's Mask. So this item value here is the durability of the item. So I put it up to pretty much I think 100,000, which is quite a lot, but it still won't last forever. And for this moment, for me, I've made it have an attack up bonus. Now, NA, this used to be mod 1, 2, 3, 4. NA, I don't know what they do, non-applicable probably, that's why it's there. Mod type now, as you can see, there's a list of digits like 4, 1, 8, 0, 0, 0, 8 for that one. And I know for a fact the number 1 is the attack up. And then this is the value of that attack up. So 8 normally represents 8, but it sort of goes in a weird value because I originally wanted 10, but I put 12 for instance on this one, and it comes up with like 24 or something, or a bit more. So it's some weird timesing mechanism, but I'm not 100% sure. That will be the long throw, 80008. And I know as well with the royal bows, that number 2 is the durability, and that will sort of say how much durability it has. So for instance, what you could do with the Fierce Deity sword is we can delete that, add number 2 to make it durability, and then what's a good number? Well, we'll stick with 12, why not? So we'll go like that, and we'll say save data. And then if I tap out and tap back in, I should be having a sword with durability up. So if we just go over to this here and go away, there we go, and focus, I'm so sorry, but there we go. So we've got it, instead of an attack up with whatever value of 12 it is of the mod amount, it's now durability up with that amount. You see, and so with the item value to quite a high number, and if you have a good durability number as well, I don't know the ins and outs of it, then you should be pretty much near a very long-lasting item, but not probably infinite. I wouldn't put like a ridiculously high number because it could get screwy. With the bow of light, for instance, the one that I have selected, I wouldn't put any modification on that. I tried putting its attack up, so it actually had an attack of 132 instead of just 100 on its display, and it somewhat made it weirdly weaker. I wasn't one-hitting things a lot of the time, even when I hit them in their uh, sensitive areas, should we say. So I would leave that alone because it seems to be a bit ski-whiffy. I'd also be careful as well when you do these sort of modifications that in your key items and such, one, you take a screenshot of what they're actually all called, which ones you have, because depending if you like modify the bow of light or modify another one to an extent, I have found that in some food items that you have and some key items, they change. They'd get overlapped with weapons and such, which isn't great. And then if you ever reload that save, then they're just all gone, and you can't get them back because you can't add any layers. You have to revert to an old save and undo any changes that you did do. And that's why maybe it now says sort of save load game when you change weapons and that, but also like just keep an eye on it, and you don't have to save and load the game every time you do it because it does happen instantly like you've just seen, but it's good to just keep an eye on it, and when you do go to save, everything's still there, and when you load it as well, sort of in the future when it's not connected, you just check just to make sure. Because obviously if you lose like the power, like I only had, I think, was a spirit orb, a single spirit orb in the end, on one of the things, so I had to backtrack a little bit because I didn't have anything else really, none of the good stuff, and half my food was also missing. But yes, so that's pretty much how you can do near enough unlimited item durability. The only ones that are exception, of course, is the Master Sword exception. Out of the shields, it's the Hylian shield and the Hero's shield, which I'm guessing is the unknown one at the moment. Bows, it's only the Bow of Light, as far as I'm aware. There is no other weapon, as far as I'm aware, that has infinite durability. I don't think. I've seen them all sort of change to some extent, so just be a bit careful on that really. And when you have a weapon, I mean, if it goes away, you can easily get it back, obviously, because you can put it back in. But obviously, if you want to just go for a nice long, just play through and not keep doing this, then I mean, 100,000 should last you quite a while. Anyway, seeing as the max I think I've only seen is 10,000. And yeah, just have that durability is the best that you're going to get really out of that weapon in longevity. I haven't gone over 100,000. Let me know if you do. So just in case anything sort of happens, really. And like I said as well, yeah, just go by my list. Some things in this list may seem a bit odd and different, but I mean, that should all be correct now that it's got names, so it'll help you out anyway a lot. But yeah, you've got my list in the first video as well. And apart from that, really, that's all that you can do in the terms of infinite durability and messing around with items. Like I said, one that I know at the moment is the attack up. Number 2 is defense up. That 80008, that's like a long throw or something. I think, yeah, it's a long throw. Number 4, I'm not 100% sure at the moment. That could be, if I think about it, their counter hit sort of ratio there, and that doesn't even have obviously a mod amount, so you know, you've got to be a bit careful. I haven't done a list for this because I don't necessarily know all of them, but I mean, someone can mark it down and I can add it on the list as more that we know about it. But yeah, and also just make sure that when you have items and values and stuff, it's better to copy from one that you have previously. So like the durability up, if there's a value in that for that, you don't want to go too over the top just in case it overlaps something else or just gets a bit buggy. Okay? Alright guys, peace out.